the Prophet ﷺ is teaching us to look at those who have less than us, not those who have more than us. Imam al-Baghawi rahimahullah comments on this hadith very beautifully. He says, because if you pay attention to those who have less than you, then not only will you appreciate the blessings that Allah has given to you, but you'll appreciate the obligation Allah has placed upon you to those people. So you're paying attention to them, those who have less than you, not just to learn for yourself. So we're not going to go look at some homeless people so that we can say Alhamdulillah. We're going to go look at some homeless people so we can say Alhamdulillah and then dedicate ourselves to ending their homelessness too. So Al-Baghawi rahimahullah said it actually has a double effect, right? It's not just for your own good. Let's look at these people and say, oh, those poor people, I'm so glad I'm not them. It's Alhamdulillah for what I have, and I need to do what Allah has commanded me to do for them. In the process of that, in the process of paying attention to those that have less than you, and gaining perspective of that which you have, and gaining perspective of the obligation you have towards them, you will actually race towards that which you should be racing for, which is the pleasure of Allah. Because what did the Prophet ﷺ say you should actually envy? He said you should envy two people, a positive envy. A person who Allah gave knowledge, so he spreads it, and a person who Allah gives wealth, so he spends it generously. What that means is it's a shift not just of mindset, it's actually a shift of priorities as well. So there's an active element to this hadith as well. It's not just your sight, it's what you're now looking upon a different set of things and a different set of people is going to do to your priorities and to your productivity. So you should be looking at those who do more than you and are building their franchise in the hereafter, building their estate in the hereafter, and you should aspire. You should feel deficient in your good deeds when you see others that do more good than you. You should feel deficient. وَسَابِقُوا بِالْخَيْرَاتِ, and rush and try to catch up in the race. أُولَٰئِكَ يُسَارِعُونَ فِي الْخَيْرَاتِ. Rush and run and catch up because you've been too behind, crying over the house that you don't have and the car that you don't have and all the other stuff that you don't have. You've been distracted. Pay attention now and catch up in the race. And by the way, those people that you're looking at now, paying attention to, that have less than you, that have given you more perspective in life, part of the way that you catch up in the race is by serving them. So it completely shifts your perspective.